What's up, Planeswalkers? Another day, another deck, and since we're on a streak of playing the most diabolical decks ever this week, we're going straight into Overlord Domain, this time featuring Zur. You've probably seen this deck. It kind of took over the Pro Tour. It's taken over the ladder. You've got your Overlords of the Hauntwoods. You've got your Leyline Binding for Domain. Atraxa just thrown in there. Ride's End is spectacular. So let's get right on into it. First match coming up, and by the way, just a quick plug, if y'all are enjoying the channel and you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing. We're almost at 100. Oh, this is a decent hand. We will have a chance to Surveil, and then Up the Beanstalk. We've got an Overlord there. I think we pitched this Overlord just because of the fact that we only have 2 mana. Oh, there's our 3rd mana, so now we're good to go. Everything is right on track, so we should be able to go ahead and put down that Brushland and then get our Hauntwoods down. Looks like opponent's doing a similar thing. But are they running Leyline Bindings? That's the question. It looks like they're in a green-red shell, which is fine. And look at, they're like, oh my gosh, we're the same. They need to add the Spider-Man meme coming up with the new Spider-Man set, I'm telling ya. Okay, Moltender, Hulking Raptor. Opponents doing big things. I think we just go ahead and fire up the Overlord of the Hauntwoods. We should be able, do we attack? I mean, yeah, we have the Overlord of the Mistmoors. They let the attack through, that's fine by me. We have the temporary lockdown to get rid of the smaller things for them, but I don't know what we want to do. Ooh, Tali, okay. They got our Ride's End. So they can Ride's End our Zur. Okay, opponent's doing our plan. They're using our deck against us. I think what we do here is we... I'm gonna Leyline Binding the Atali. So what I'm thinking is Leyline Bind and then just cast Overlord of the Mistmoors, or we could just draw another Zur. That's actually pretty great. So now we can hold off and we can impend this if we want. So impend, get 2 flyers, draw a card, get another one, that's crazy. Swing in for 5, get another land. Opponent's gonna throw a blocker in front. Impend trickling down. This is the good part about Zur being like 3 mana. I need a Zur deck also. I have a commander deck that he would fit in perfectly. Okay, Vaultborn Tyrant. But no, the main thing is you can deploy Zur after you've already played all of your other enchantments. So it's kind of a quick boom. There it is. Everything has hexproof now. And that's what I kind of like to do. I don't like to let it sit and linger out there because itself doesn't have hexproof, so it's really susceptible to like cut downs or anything. Well, yeah, cut down. That's what I was thinking of. Cavern of Souls. Let's name Avatar. They already know what we're doing. Get more, draw a card. Let's get Zur down. Pump up the old Overlord. Swing in. Oh, it doesn't give it flying anymore? Okay. Oh, that's fine. What is opponent gonna do? Alright. So let's deal 6 damage to the Moltender. No, might as well, I don't care. It has Death Touch, that's why it did it. So they get their baby Vaultborn Tyrant. They cast another Vaultborn Tyrant. They gain 3, draw a card 2 times. Man, opponent might have better life gain and draw than I do. This might be a long match. We might have to buckle in. Let's wait for opponent, because that Vaultborn Tyrant, okay, they're thinking. Nice. That Vaultborn Tyrant copy should go away with the temporary lockdown, which would be a good play. Hopefully they have like some smaller creatures here that they can play out so I can get rid of them too. But it doesn't quite look like they're going to, unless they're going to do so after the attack phase. Yeah, nope. Okay. Well, we've got to get lost. I can fire up the other Overlord, swing in, and okay. So Death Touch, Lifelink, Hexproof. Do we fire up the Leyline Binding? Because it's equal to its mana cost, so let's go ahead and do that. Might as well. Because we have the Get Lost here. And then let's do everything. So we still have 5 mana left over. We have just enough to still temporary lockdown and get lost. Temporary lockdown's kind of going to hurt us too. That's why I don't necessarily want to do that. But they trade the Vaultborn Tyrant. So let's just kill that then. Oh no. They gave it indestructible. Of course they did. Well, opponent's still getting hit pretty hard. Down to 2 life for opponent. We're up to 46. Should we just... Nah, I don't think we should. I was going to say, should we temporary lockdown? I think it would just be rude. If their other Vaultborn Tyrant had died, I would seriously be considering it. Okay. Galta, they're going to put down any number of creatures from their hand onto the graveyard. They might be able to come back here. 2 Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Okay. That's kind of crazy that they had 2 of those off the draws. They were at 2 life and they just gained 18 life in 1 turn. Holy cow. Holy cow. What is opponent doing or thinking about? Okay. They have to have a 2-drop, right? Because they were thinking last turn about it too. I'm kind of curious. I mean, we're just waiting. Just waiting. Okay, so they are going to attack with 2. I think we let that through. So we go down to, what, 34 here? Sweaty Turtle the Mighty. Ooh, okay. So this does... I mean, I think this is okay for us. So we swing with everything, right? Like, we swing with all of these. We got flying. Just boom, 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 boom. And then... Should we Sunfall? No, they're going to get a tally back. Let's just pass. We're taking the long route here. We could have swung with everything and then they block and it die, but then they'd get a tally trigger. I want to avoid that unless we absolutely have to. They can make something unblockable with Rogue's Passage. Another Overlord of the Hauntwoods. That's crazy. What? They just paid 3 for it? I know there's more there, but it looks like they just paid 3. Maybe they did. I don't know. Oh, yeah, because they have the hulking raptor. That's why. So... I think they swing out, we block, giving them their tally back, and then just hope for the best that they don't get anything crazy off the top for us and themselves. Hopefully they just get like a creature, if anything. And let's, because 6, 4... we should come out of this with 8 life. Like, they had exactly the right amount of damage, right? Because 6, 24, 30, right? Like, they had a lot. Okay, 0 damage. Okay, yes, okay. Comes back up. Opponent says, good game, good game. Ah, well, that was a good game, and on to the next one. Oh, have the cards always been that blue with the Johnny Magic avatar? Huh, that's different. I don't know if this is a terrible hand. Well, we don't have a green source. Do we risk it? Do we risk it? I don't think we do. Okay, this is much better. We got a green source. Oddly enough, I think we pitched the temporary lockdown just because we don't have another white source. Opponent Hedge Mazes. Looks like they're playing a similar deck. We're just facing like mirror matches. See, I told you this deck had taken over the format. Alright, so Up the Beanstalk, down on the ground, on the battlefield, I should say. Next turn, we could Lush Portico, get a nice Surveil, and then another Up the Beanstalk. I think we pitched the Hushwood Verge. There's our Overlord. Yep, opponent chooses Avatar, that's fine, so we can't counter their Overlord, which again is fine. Let's go ahead and throw this down, throw down an Overlord of our own. Good old-fashioned magic here. Said nobody ever. Talking about we're just back-to-back Overlords. And then we did get the Leyline Binding. This is a great card. So we can just go ahead and exile theirs. The only issue is they are most likely running their own versions in this. And they got the Get Lost. We literally might be running like an almost identical deck. This is why this deck is kind of disliked by everybody. So we're going to Hedge Maze here, get a Surveil. Yeah, we'll keep the Swamp. We need it for the Zur also, and we'll just pay full price for the Ride's End on the Overlord. Get to draw 2 off of it. We're going to have to discard down. What do we... Actually, yeah, I think the Verge will go. I was like, what do we discard? I was like, no, we've got a lot of green-white sources. And then there's their Zur. They got the fancy-looking Zur. Let's throw down our swamp. Do we just push out our Zur here too? Or do we herd migration? I'm gonna... this is the only downside about this deck. So I'm gonna Zur first. Let's Zur. Let's fire up the Hauntwood. Or Overlord of the Hauntwoods. Pump it up. What do we got on top of the deck? Elspeth Smite. I don't think we're going to need that because they're going to be attacking with stuff that's a lot bigger than 3. Oh, here comes Leyline Binding. Guarantee. Yeah, they take the Zur. Do they have another? Double. Oh, Ride's End. Nice. Okay. Well, that's fine. We got some building up to do again here for us, so we'll just take our time. We'll eventually get there. We're playing that mirror match, so opponent's going to gain a little bit of life. Up to 26, we're down to 13. Domain is for both of us. Oh, analyze the pollen. No. That's the type of deck that that's the card that I need. I didn't put that in this deck, and maybe I should have. Let's go ahead and throw down the herd migration, get a couple of draw cards here. We got a Mistmoor, we got a Brushland. I think we put down the Lush Portico just to see what we can find. We're looking for like a Sunfall or Day of Judgment or something. Not Day of Judgment. Sunfall, mostly. Hey, Spectacular Pileup will work. I forgot that was in the deck. That actually works really well in case they're running any of those spells that give like indestructible or anything. Let's see what opponent is gonna do. So they're swinging now. I'm willing to trade some tokens. If I kill that domain, then I get my Zur back, and I don't have to Spectacular Pileup yet, right? They Sunfall. Nice. Okay. Well, yeah, this is definitely a pickle that we find ourselves in. Let's go ahead and Overlord. We got mana for days. So much mana. There's a Sunfall also. Let's Overlord of the Mistmoors. Draw 2 more. Do we... Why... I don't... Maybe I need to not be drawing as much. I might deck myself out. Well, there's a Leyline Binding. We got that at least. We get 2/1 flyers. We're going to get rid of some land here because I think we are good on the land department. We don't really need anything else. So let's get rid of those 2. Pass the turn. Avatar again. They're paying for the impend. They're not putting it out there yet. So they probably have a Zur or something. They are going to fire up the incubator token. Let's throw down the Floodfarm Verge. Do we swing because they know we have the Spectacular Pileup? So they're going to be like, oh, waste it? Yeah. Let's kill those 2. Leave that one down. Might as well just Sunfall it. It's fine. We get some draw cards. 3 best words of magic. Draw a card. Ooh, another Overlord of the Hauntwoods. We can play that one now, too. And then draw 2 more cards. Or we could just end the turn. I think I'm going to play it. The more Overlords we have on the battlefield, the better. We got to be really cautious. We just got to be chill. And I think we get rid of the Elspeth Smite. Yeah. Just a basic plains and Elspeth Smite. We definitely got the card advantage here on the opponent. We could Leyline Binding their Overlord here right now, but the odds that they have a Leyline Binding to Leyline Binding our Leyline Binding is a little bit high. But we'll try it. I could definitely see them just doing something right now. Draw 2 more. Get some more land off the top. Alright. Binding done. We get a Get Lost. Oh, they're running Get Losts too. I forgot about that. I'm going to play out the Atraxa. Might as well. Like I said it kind of at the beginning, like we have Atraxa just to kind of like put it out there. This will let us get a little bit of a deeper dig into what we're looking for. Maybe find a Zur. We got 1 Leyline Binding. Okay, wow. So let's take a Leyline Binding. I think we take the Beza also and then Rides In, and might as well take the Meticulous Archive. Beza is good for us because it doesn't trigger the into the or Up the Beanstalk. We're gonna get rid of the Overlord. Oh wow, temporary lockdown still way down there. That's funny. Fire up the Incubate. It's a 1/1. Swinging for 1 opponent. 32 turn clock. They're gonna Rides into the Atraxa. Good call. Good call. Do not blame them. Deal 1 damage and end of the turn. There's the Leyline Binding. So we Leyline Binding their Leyline Binding that's targeting our Leyline Binding, right? So yeah. Or we could Get Lost it. Yeah, let's just Get Lost it. I don't know. I wanted to just say that sentence. It's like one of the most ridiculous sentences. It's like when you Oblivion Ring and Oblivion Ring. That's Oblivion Ringing Oblivion Ring. Alright, pass the turn. Let's... Well... Now... we have to actually go ahead and Leyline Binding their Leyline Binding. So let's get that out of here. We got another Get Lost. Get rid of a bunch of land, I think. Yep, 6 land. Oh, accidentally select 7. Alright, so that should be good. I'm surprised opponent's still sticking around, to be honest. These past couple of days, I've been playing the longest games of my life. Angel? What Angel are they running? We still haven't gotten a Zur. That's kind of crazy to me. So let's go ahead and do Beza. We only got 12 cards in deck, so I'm going to be a little bit cautious here. I'm just going to let the Overlords come to me and draw the Zur, hopefully. I mean, it's not that big of a deal. We're going to be swinging. Yeah. Opponent sees the writing on the wall. Ooh, that was a good one. Hey, it's still 99%, but we're number, 1673. We did beat the number 700 in the world. And we got an achievement. Well, let's check out the achievement that we got. What achievement? I don't normally do this. Y'all don't see my main screen here normally. Don't look, I'm poor. What achievement did we get? Where is it? Blue. End a turn with 12 or more cards in your hand. Heavy-handed. And, oh, we got the Brilliant. Well, on to the wrap up. This is Overlord Domain with Xur. Again, this deck is everywhere. If you haven't seen it before, now you have. I doubt this is the first time you've seen it. But again, it's a pretty great deck. If y'all enjoy this deck, go ahead and leave a like, comment, subscribe. Please consider doing so. We're almost at 100 subs right now. We're like 3 away last time I checked. This is super big for me. And again, first and foremost, last but not least, you are doing everything right today, and you matter. Good. Bye.